First, cutting across to breaking news coming in, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has tweeted on the coronavirus situation. He said, and I quote, many people are highlighting different aspects of how India is combating COVID-19. This is certainly boosting the morale of all those doctors, nurses, municipal workers, airport staff, and all other remarkable people who are at the forefront of fighting COVID-19. Hashtag India fights Corona. Abhishek Kapoor, our executive editor, now joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, the world has been lauding India's efforts to fight coronavirus and how that SAARC meeting that still continues to be talked about. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi also extending the credit to all those who have been working tirelessly at the forefront to ensure that they can contain the outbreak of corona in India.
Well, naturally so, Suesha, and the fact that it is visible across the country, given the size of 1.3 billion people, just over 100 affected, while we are seeing the epicenter shifting to Europe from China, and they are not able to control not just those infected, but even the deaths. It really shows that both at the primary and tertiary level, the public health response has been really up to the mark, and it is getting noticed. We see, for example, from social media, how people who are traveling from around the world and coming to India can see the difference, for example, in the manner in which the authorities engage with them, say at London Heathrow versus Delhi IGI. So, Prime Minister essentially acknowledging the contribution of primary and secondary and tertiary healthcare workers who are involved, because remember, all those people who come in contact with those affected or are trying to contact trace those who might have got infected take considerable personal risk in trying to contain the public epidemic, and Prime Minister is essentially acknowledging that. Of course, there has been a massive effort that has been put in place both at the center and states in terms of making sure that it does not spread. Both by way of publicizing the requirements and then taking care of preventive measures that the governments can, both at the center and the state. So it has been a joint effort. In fact, Prime Minister has taken the mantle of global leadership, also trying to connect with the regional heads of governments. That happened through SAARC yesterday, and then proposing that even G20 do similar or carry out a similar exercise in terms of exchanging notes on best practices and the manner in which some nations have been able to contain it and others not. I believe social media has played an important role, and Prime Minister acknowledging that all these positive sentiments are going to boost the morale of those who are working on the ground.